Welcome everyone. This is just a quick guide on how to install VS Code, which is a great bit of software for you to work on when doing your programming projects and your coursework. GitHub is built in, so it makes it really easy to make sure that you're backing up your work onto a version control environment, which is something we're going to talk about later. So to start, make sure that you're on the Visual Studio website, as shown here. Then just choose the correct download for your system, whether you're on Windows, Mac or Linux. So once downloading is done, just double click on the executable and click to start installing. Here I always make sure that these two options are clicked so that if I right click on a file I can choose to open the file using VS Code. So now we have VS Code installed and opened up. What I really want to do very quickly is just show you how to install some of the extensions that you might use when coding. And obviously you can browse and pick some of your own. In my example, the Python add-on's already installed, but as you can see here, by searching using the search box, you can search for some of the others. One of the ones I find extremely useful is a terminal. And then I use an icon theme so that when I'm looking at my files in the file browser, it just makes my files look a bit more attractive and I can see what kind of file they are. As you can notice from here, one has a rating and it also lets you know how many people have downloaded it. This particular one is one I'm going to go for. It's got a lot more people that have downloaded it, and I think it's one I've previously used before. Obviously at this point you can choose whatever add-ons you want to add on and you can browse through them and see what you might find useful. So I'm going to skip this part for you. So the next thing that I think is very important is that you can click to sign in to synchronize your settings. So if you have to uninstall and install again, or you install VS Code on another computer, you can choose to synchronize your settings with your new setup. Do this with your GitHub account so that later on when you're synchronizing your code, you're just signed in with one account. Clicking on GitHub here will just simply take you to a page to authorize GitHub to synchronize with your VS Code software. And I do recommend that you sign in beforehand. So go to a browser, make sure you're signed in to GitHub already, which just makes it a bit easier. Now, if you click on the file icon in the top left, all that's left is that we add a folder where we store our code so that we can browse through our code that we want to work on. I tend to keep everything in one folder in my hard drive. So what I'm going to do here is just click on add folder, and then I'm going to go to where I keep that and I'm going to click on add. Now I can see the folder where I keep all of my code that I work on. So really all that's left now is that in the next video we look at how to download a repository from GitHub that you're going to be working on, how to make changes to it, and then how to synchronize those changes back to GitHub once you finish working on it.